Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you an AI agent or an AI workflow. I don't really know the difference yet or what they are, but I made it to help you learn Korean with K-pop. So you will give it a line from a K-pop song, a K-pop lyrics from Google, and you put it in the chat. It will translate the song while also breaking down each individual Korean word and explaining to you each word so you can kind of like build a vocabulary list. It will also break down subject and object particles. It will explain the nuances of the song. So if this word is just commonly used for like poetic expression in songs or writing, then they will explain that. I learned Korean over 10 years ago. I'm self-taught, so I was able to create this bot and make sure that it is correct and right based on my own knowledge. So here is basically the outline of it. What I started out with was BTS Boy With Love lyrics. It's the best K-pop song ever made in the history of all K-pop songs. I send it here, it translates it, and it sends it directly to a Google Doc here that it is connected to. As you can see, it translated something from Korean. It has this detailed breakdown. It's going to get each individual word and it separates the object particle. So let's see it in action. I want to delete this. Let's get a different word it hasn't done yet. Let's see what Google Translate. That's what Google says. Now, let's see what my agent says. You can see it's running. It's using the tools that have been attached and prompt. It's going through the docs. So we're going to go back to our Google Doc. And here is Korean lyrics. Let's see what the Google say. Kind of the same as Google, just translated differently, but this is going to break it down for you so you can take the words from it. An ono adverb that implies doing something suddenly or bluntly. It suggests a straightforward, no nonsense approach. This comes from Kanuka. I guess this gibberish writing does help sometime because I didn't know if that was pronounced with a K or not. So Ganukda, meaning to lay something down openly or to speak frankly. Mahada means to speak or to say. The ending halke indicates a future action or intention, often promising to take an action. It explains everything very well, and having it show up in a Google Doc when you're actually like learning Korean, I feel like makes it easier because the Google Doc, can be on your computer or on your phone. You can print it out and actually learn. Feel free to ask for further clarifications on any part of the translation or cultural nuances. Okay, so we can even further the conversation with our chat agent, and it explains nuances in cultural context. Ganuko Mahage reflects a cultural tendency to value honesty and directness. So this is where it goes into what people are saying you can't learn Korean with K-pop because they use some words that people may not use in everyday conversation, and it might just be like phrases that probably aren't necessary for you to learn as a learner, and you just need basics. So that is why this kind of points it out. So okay, this is kind of like not necessary phrase for me to know, but if you're going to be listening to this BTS song all the time, now you know a phrase, but it broke it down because these individual words are very important, very useful in everyday words that you may hear separately, but probably not together in this phrase. So that is why it is useful that it broke down each individual word, because these individual words are useful and you're going to need them. They can help you practice, especially if you're going to be listening to the song over and over again. That is why I like it, because this is what I used to do when I was learning Korean. What I really like to do was get like a really complicated song like Red Velvet. I remember I used to translate some Red Velvet back in the day, and Red Velvet was like really hard to translate because I don't know. I remember people would say Red Velvet songs are hard to translate. I think because they use a lot of metaphorical stuff or words. I don't know. Let's see what my agent says about this. This is the result of this one. Let's look at the breakdown. So this says, it'll be fun, I'll include you. And this one says, it'll be fun, I'll join you. It's obviously like for you, like this ending here, wochuke, really means like I'm joining you, for you, something like that. Like, it's hard to explain in English, but you get it when you can read it in Korean. Sole는 sole means seeker in the context of the game hide and seek. 는 is the subject particle indicating you as a seeker is the topic. Yes. Noder means you, and that's 르 is a particle that indicates the means or method, translating as in this content. 척해 쳤어 comes from 척하다, meaning to decide or to set. The 쳤어 ending indicates a passive action, completed action, meaning has been set or has been decided. It will be fun. What is the end? Means to include or to insert. Okay, so Google has I will join you, but this shows that the word means to include or to insert. Insert suggests is doing something for someone's benefit, translating to I'll include you or I'll let you join. Let's put this into Google and just be sure it's the same. insert. So we can see that our AI agent is right with the meaning. So even though Google says I'll join you, this is I'll let you join or I'll include you. It's important to understand that it might not be exact sense in English because it still is a Korean song. So it is good to see the whole breakdown and be able to put it together for yourself and learn, because separately these are still commonly used vocab words and they will help you when you want to learn sentences or what you want to write. Let's look at the nuances in cultural context. Sole refers specifically to the seeker in children's games like hide and seek, a common childhood activity in Korea. The invitation 기워줄게 can imply welcoming someone into a group or all that stuff. The translation illustrates the blend of lighthearted fun and social interaction conveyed in the lyrics. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. Specifically made for learning Korean with K-pop. In my experience, when I was learning Korean over 10 years ago, I'm not too familiar about what the learning Korean space is like now, but everyone would always say, you can't learn Korean with K-pop. But when I was learning, I would get a lot of vocabulary from K-pop songs. It helps you sing along to your favorite K-pop songs. Y'all know how when everyone's at a K-pop show, everyone's singing along to the English, but then when the Korean comes out, nobody can really sing along. Everybody just like mumbling. Even with the K-pop Demon Hunters now, like everybody's listening to the K-pop, but they don't know the Korean. But 10 years ago, I learned Korean and I could watch K-pop Demon Hunters and I know exactly what they're saying in Korean and I can sing along. What is the difference between this and chatgpt? Chatgpt, you can tell it like, hey, translate this Korean line, but make it clearly explain the nuances and break down the words. And you really have to explain it what to do. The difference between making your own is that it's pre-prompt. So this is specifically for learning Korean and you don't have to go to your ChatGPT like, hey, do this, like this, like this, like this, and make sure you get it right. Maybe send another one to adjust it. This has been adjusted already automatically. So if you want to use your ChatGPT for other stuff like being a coquette outfit maker aesthetic, ChatGPT, you don't have to change it up and make it learn how to teach you Korean. This Korean translator thing is something that would have been really useful for me because this is not really the main thing that helped me learn Korean, but it was one of the big things that helped me learn vocabulary. And I kept doing this with songs and I would hear like the same vocabulary in another song and it just helped me be able to hear and recognize words better because I heard it in another song and I learned it in that song. Because most of us are listening to Korean, you don't really have to go out of your way to learn and you're learning on the way. You just need to review a little vocabulary and that is it. So I feel like you can learn this as long as you get past learning the Korean alphabet, which can literally only take a few hours or a day or two. You can learn it in a weekend or in a day. It's easy. That's the easiest part. So that way you can actually read it. Let me know if you would like to see any more. I have a main channel, my daily lifestyle channel that I upload to every week. That is it for this video. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.